them ready for the fight. From the court to the field, they shine so bold. With every move, the stories unfold. We're cheering on the youth from the start to the win. Giving them the mic, let their voices begin. Interviews and highlights, we got it all. GN Sports Show, where the young stand tall. GN Sports, where the youth lead the way. Champions of tomorrow, making waves today. From ages 5 and up, we help them grow. It's their time to shine on the GN Sports Show. GN Sports Show. GN Sports Show.
Good evening, viewers. My name is Jonathan Thorogood, Administrative Assistant at GN Sports Global, and I will be one of your hosts. Sitting next to me is Mr. Jason Cordes.
Hi, how are you going? Welcome Antigua and the rest of the world to the new and improved GN Sports Show. My name is Jason Cordes, President of the Cordes Gen X Parent Group Association. And it's been 5 years since we've been here. We're back, COVID, everything came in, but we're back and we're back in full force. All right, so we have a lot of stuff and new stuff geared for you this year and going forward. A lot of stuff that's happening with the youths and with football and other sports that we have going on here in Antigua and around the world.
Okay, and just to give you, just for our sports show, we have a vision and a mission statement. I'll just run through those quickly with everybody. Our vision statement is to become the premier platform for showcasing and empowering young student athletes, providing them with tools and exposure to excel both in sports and in life, while shaping the next generation of confident, media-savvy leaders. Our mission statement for the GN Sports Show is dedicated to highlighting the talent and stories of young student athletes across all sports disciplines. We aim to equip them with vital media exposure and public speaking skills, helping them grow into confident individuals both on and off the field. Through engaging interviews, mentorship, and real-world media experiences, we strive to foster personal and professional development that supports their athletic journeys.
I just want to also thank the Calvin Ayre Foundation for sponsoring the GN Sports Show. The Calvin Ayre Foundation has played a pivotal role in all things philanthropic here in Antigua, and I'm sure around the world. They have had a very focused mission where in terms of helping the kids within the football, other charitable events that goes on in different schools and so forth. So I just want to take this time out to thank the Calvin Ayre Foundation for kicking us off after 5 years.
We'd like to take a quick commercial break and we'll be back just in a few moments. During our commercial break, we would like to thank the sponsors of Generation Next, Fruta, Antigua Masonry Products, Kenneth A. Gomez Insurance Agency, Island Photo, and Francis Trading Agency.
Welcome back to the show, and we have a very, very exciting show here tonight. We have two of Gen X's under 7 superstars. We have Crown James, and then on this side we have Cameron Cordes. And notwithstanding anything, we have the person that's responsible for them being superstars. We have Super Coach Duran Mead here with us in studio this afternoon. So we just wanted to get you all acquainted with these young superstars, and let's just find out some stuff about them, what they like, what their passions are, why they got into football, and all these different things. So let's just jump into it. Let's start with Crown.
So Crown, the first question we have for you is, what school do you attend?
My first school I attended is St. John's Lutheran School.
Okay.
John's Lutheran. What about you, Cameron? What school do you go to?
I go to Post-Millennial Academy.
Post-Millennial.
And do you both like your schools? Do you like going there?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
What about you, Cameron?
Yes.
You like going there?
What about you? You have a favorite subject?
Mathematics.
Oh, mathematics. Crown, what about you?
My favorite subject is math.
Oh, two mathematicians.
Two mathematicians here today.
Like that. All the counting the goals, all the score. That's why. What about a favorite teacher? Anybody have a favorite teacher?
Yeah.
What's your
Yes.
favorite teacher name?
Miss Ali.
Miss who?
Miss Ali.
Miss Allen.
And
Crown
what-
says your favorite teacher, right? So make sure. What about you, Cameron?
Miss Christopher.
Miss
Miss
Christopher.
Christopher.
Miss
And-
Christopher and Miss Allen.
And Crown, what does Miss Allen teach? What subject?
She teach math and social studies.
Math and social studies. Okay, and Cameron.
Is she supposed to be my normal teacher?
What does she teach?
What does
Miss
she teach?
Christopher teach?
She teach other subjects.
She teaches all his
Oh,
subjects?
she teaches all of his
she's
subjects.
Your class, she's your class teacher.
Okay.
Okay. So let me ask you something. What made you get into football? What made you like football?
Because I saw my brothers playing football and I thought it was a good sport to play.
So your brothers play football as well,
Yeah.
but you're gonna be better than them.
Yeah.
What about you, Cameron?
Because my dad.
Your dad make you get in football?
Mm-hmm.
Why? You saw your dad playing football, or he encouraged you to play football?
He encouraged me to play football.
Do you have brothers or sisters like how Crown has older brothers that play football? Do you
Yes.
have brothers and sisters that play football?
Yes.
Are you going to be better than them as well?
Yes.
The new generation of kids, man.
Next question we have. Let me go to Cameron Cordes here. Cameron, I know that you play football. So who is your favorite team? What is your favorite team?
GNFC Rebels.
That's the right
That's a
answer.
very political answer. GNFC Rebels is his favorite. What about international, though? What is your international favorite team? Like
Portugal.
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 Oh. So then who's your favorite player?
Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. That's a good answer.
Crown.
I like that
Question
answer.
comes to you. What is tell the people who is your favorite team. Look in that camera right there and tell the people who's your favorite team.
Generation Next.
Generation Next to. And what about your favorite player?
Messi.
Messi. Oh
Oh, so
boy.
you all have a little conflict there, boy. Messi,
Ronaldo
Ronaldo.
sucks.
Messi
Oh boy. Some friendly competition.
What about? Okay, since you like Messi, you like Ronaldo. What is your position?
Striker.
Striker. Oh yeah. What about you? What's your
Left wing.
position? Left wing.
Wing.
What does a striker do?
Different. I mean, get the ball and shoot.
Yeah, get the ball and score goals. That's all you, right?
Yeah.
What about you?
Run down the line and cross it in the box.
Hey,
Good
very
boy.
good.
Good
So
boy.
you all know all the positions. So we thought we could have tricked them a little bit, but we can't trick
You
them.
can't trick them at all.
They know under sevens and all they know all they need to know already. That's good, man.
So let me just direct a question here to our under 7 coach Duran Mead. We're not going to leave him out. He's been sitting here next to us for a while, being very, very silent. Coach Duran Mead, what is your favorite team?
Manchester United, of course.
I thought you was going to say Generation Next, like everybody else.
That's why I asked him the question. I knew that was his favorite team, and we just wanted to hear it on the.
Manchester, look, we see Cameron. Huh? What do you think about him like in Manchester United? Wrong say, they're going to lose anyway.
To all our Manchester United supporters out there, give a thumbs up. We have some people in the studio that are putting their thumbs down.
Because I think they prefer Generation Next as the favorite team. So Duran, let me just ask you a question. What fueled your passion towards coaching and making you feel like, I want to be a coach, I want to coach young kids and help foster stuff like that. What drove you to becoming a football coach?
Well, just helping out my niece and my nephews. I realized that I have passion to work with kids. So then I say, hey, I think this is my calling. So I just went after it. I gave Mr. Santos a call. We had a few conversations, went to the interviews, came out, work along with 1 or 2 kids just to see how it is.
Right.
And then the rest was history.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a good history. For your history to be aligned with the fact that you like working with kids and stuff like that. That's really where your passion should lie. You know what I mean? And as long as you have a foundation in the passion that you have, it's a win-win situation all around. You know what I mean? So I guess these kids are in good hands, to say the least.
Yes. Well, and my job is very important because I have to set the foundation for them going forward. If I get it wrong, it's going to be harder for them later on in life especially when they get more older, because I have to make sure they can control and pass, know their positioning, especially try to shoot a goal, those kind of things. So my job is very, very, very important.
So you guys like Coach Duran as your old coach?
Yes.
Don't be afraid to say different. He's not gonna hurt you guys.
Let's be honest. But no, man, I appreciate that that thought, you know, and your passion and the drive, because at the end of the day, anything that we deal with kids, you have to be passionate about it.
Yeah.
Because it's so much, they're like sponges, and they look to the adults for any kind of advice or guidance and stuff like that. So when a lot of people get into stuff for the wrong reasons, it strays them from a possible, you know, a positive to sometimes a negative.
Yeah.
So once you have that foundation that you have as a coach, you know what I mean? Sky's the limit, man, for you and for the younger generation that you're responsible for. You know what I mean? Is there anything else that you are
Breaking news.
involved in terms of the sport or athletic realm and stuff like that? Is there anything else that you are involved in?
Well, I'm a man of many wonders. You know, I do so much. Because right now I'm presently the head coach for the Civil Farm Football Club.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm St. Anthony's track and field coach.
Wow, a man of many talents, man.
And I'm a physiotherapist as well too. So everything sports, you can call me.
Good. That's good. And I'm guess you're a guy who would know where you know, once you're involved in all these activities and you need a little pep and need a little energy booster, you'll know where to get the, you know, these supplements and, you know, stuff that could give you that extra boost and, you know, help your nutrition, right?
Yes, of course. You know, me and you, we are supplement owners right now, so
Hey.
we know what to get the persons over to the next level.
So in case you don't know, people, Coach Duran Mead, multifaceted. He has all these, you know, accolades to his name. He's a physio, which is a very important job. He's a coach. He's a track and field coach, a football coach, but also owns his own supplement brand, which is a great feat. You know what I mean? As a young black Caribbean man in a small island like Antigua, but have a big drive and a big heart to have his own supplement brand. That is a big deal. And you know, he's in the right sport, he has the right attitude, the right mentality. So, you know what, I don't know. It's never ending. You know.
Well, they say the sky is the limit.
And with that, we would like to thank our special guests, our under-7 players, Cameron Cordes, Crown James, and also our under-7 coach, Duran Mead. Thanks so much for being on the show, guys. We really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you guys for being here, and I know the viewers enjoyed the tenacity of you young players and the professionalism of Coach Mead. So go ahead and like your Gen X and like your Portugal. Crown, you go ahead and like your Manchester United. You say Manchester United, I thought I was going to catch you. You didn't say Manchester United. So enjoy and keep doing it. Keep pushing hard, keep scoring them goals, and keep striving to be #1. All right? So thank you guys for coming, and we'll see you all in under 10, under 11. All right?
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Bye. And welcome back to the GN Sports Show. And as we come back, I want to say thank you again to the Calvin Foundation for being the benefactor of the CAF Advanced Academy. Now, a lot of you may not know what the CAF Advanced Academy is, but it's an academy that the Calvin Foundation has facilitated for a lot of youths in different communities that could come together. We do a trial program, and coaches choose that the most focused and ambitious players to come in, and they get special training. They also have free tutoring of SAT programs. Now, the reason I think for that is when they're selected that for abroad English or American teams, it's easier to have the SAT scores behind you so that you could easily transition into these schools. So Calvin Air provides that for free. You know, so it's a miraculous opportunity for our kids, a lot of them who may not be able to afford. So I want to thank Calvin Air Foundation for that as well, for being the benefactor of the Advanced Academy.
And we are back to the GN Sports Show. And as you can see with us, we have some new faces here, some new guests from the Soccer Academy, 2 under-13 players, Nafisa Kwashi and Adriel Lewis, along with the founder of Soccer Academy and also the head coach, Von Joey Christopher. Welcome, guys. So we'd like to start off with some questions for Kwashi. She's an under-13 player with Soccer Academy, but we've also learned that she is a national team player. So Kwashi, obviously over the years you've progressed from starting off under 7, getting to the age now of under 13. How do you think you have progressed over the years?
From looking where I come from, I think I've gotten way better than from where I started, and I think I could also improve on some stuff, like passing, maybe moving more on the ball, being a better leader, showing more support to my team. So I have improved, but I think I can improve more.
Yes, of course. There's always some room for improvement.
Yeah. Well, that's very admirable of you, Kwashi, because as Jonathan said, everybody can grow more and more. And to be able to know, you're 13 years old, so to be able to know your strengths and your weaknesses and know what you need to do to push your foot forward, and that is very important to know right now, because you wouldn't be able to go anywhere if you don't know where you are and where you want to go. But I want you to tell us something about you. Tell us something about Kwashi and Nafisa Kwashi. Who is Nafisa Kwashi?
Well, as you know, I'm a national player. I play midfield or attacking midfield or strike. I prefer strike, but I'm putting the midfield because I like to also control the play. I like to make the play, not just score the goals. I like to
Be a
make the play.
playmaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If nobody knows of Nafisa Kwashi, which I think everybody already knows who Nafisa Kwashi is, she's wicked. She's wicked.
And if you
She's
haven't had the
relentless.
chance,
She's relentless. She's ruthless on the field. She's wicked. You know what I mean? I just wanted her to introduce herself, and she was very humble not to ball that she wicked. She's wicked on the field. You know what I mean? Don't let the height and stuff fool you. She has speed, tenacity, drive. She has skill. You know what I mean? And that's why she's a national under 14, under 15.
under 15.
National under 15 necessity. I could use necessity. She's a need for the national under 15 team. What about you, Adriel?
Well, I'm a center back at the soccer academy, so like over the years, I would say I've grown stronger and faster. Like my power is getting there. There's still some room with my skills and passing,
Yes.
shooting also. I'm actually starting to use my left foot.
Good.
Like just the other day, we had first match for grammar school because I play for grammar school also.
Yeah.
I'm also the captain for grammar school.
Oh, congratulations.
Excellent. Yeah.
So, yeah, there's still a lot more room for me, room for improvement.
Yeah.
Still getting there, getting better, stronger, getting more vision on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Okay. And as a fellow centre back, I used to play centre back in my days of playing football, so I completely understand how it is to play behind. And do you like playing centre back?
Yes.
Yeah, you like to control behind there? It's very vocal. You have to be vocal all the time, controlling your team, because obviously playing as a centre back, you see everything in front of you, so you have to try and control the team and talk to your team. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And that is also a very, very important, and it has a lot of responsibility in that position. And I keep telling other people as well, when you have a position like that where you're in the back, right, the defensive mid and the defenders, you have an opportunity to look at the game. The strikers may not get to see the game because the striker is involved in the game, right? You're involved in the tackle, in the chase and stuff like that. So your mind may not be on the plays that is going on totally around you, but the guys in the back, they have an opportunity to scan this whole field and know, hey, cross it over to Nafisa, take it to the left. You know what I mean? So it's really, really a position with authority, but with great responsibility.
Yeah.
And I like the fact too that you're also getting your left foot on, because being a diverse player and being diverse in life, learning that from a youthful age, being diverse, it's better for you and more marketable for you, especially as a youth growing up, to have the ability to do many different things. You understand what I mean? So you being able to transition to your left foot as well
It's perfect.
is perfect.
And I'm sure, as Coach Joey can attest as well, that there's a need for a lot more young players in Antigua to start using both of their feet. You know, so we're really happy to hear that, you know, at the age that you are, you're starting to get into using both feet. And, you know, I hope that you progress to the level that you want to get to. So just a question for Nafisa, the Kwashi. We're hearing some things to the grapevine that your father used to be a national team player as well?
I'm not sure if he was a national team player, but I know he played for InspAyre. They said
Okay.
he was bad. But I think I can be better than him.
Ah,
If I can jump in here, yes, he used to play for the national team. I played with him for at least 6 years for the national team. He was a very, very good midfielder. One of the best I think we have come to the region. He was that good.
well, he was, because his daughter is going to surpass him according to her. Her words, not our words, you know. Her words. She knows that she's going to be better. You know what I mean? So, Daddy, you hear what she say? All right. So now that we've got these two young professionals already. Wait, no. One more question we'll ask them, John. What do you guys want to do going forward in life? Are you guys looking forward to becoming a professional footballer, or you have other careers in mind that you guys want to do? I'm sure the people want to know. You know what I mean? You're such a great footballer now, you as well. Do you want to pursue this career as a career, or are you doing it because it's a passion and it's a love, but you really want to become a doctor or a lawyer or something like that? What do you want to do going forward?
Well, I want to go professional. I want to have fun, play, make my family proud. I want to make it far. But also, I'm striving to become a pediatrician. So after I'm finished with football, like my career is over, I'll settle on being a pediatrician, so I'm still making cash.
What about you, Adrian?
Good answer.
Even though I have a lot of other careers in mind, football is my passion. I love football, so I want to make it pro in the rest of my life. If my career ends, I have many other things I could do. I'm actually good at cooking, chef. I could be a chef. I'm good at art, good at different things. I even play a little bit of cricket.
Very nice.
Yeah, I would like to become a professional football player through hard work and dedication.
Good answer.
That's good, man. You guys seem to have all your hands on the pulse and know what you're going to do. All you have to do is stay focused, stay forward, and everything is going to be able to go your way. So, guys, look out for Nafisa Kwashi and Antiguans. Look out for Nafisa Kwashi to be better than your father. Look out for Adriel, my man, who's going to be professional as well. But in the meantime, on the downtime, when he's not counting the millions, he could be chefing it up in the kitchen. So now that we've gotten these two young superstars and we've heard everything that they want to do and their passions, I think what we need to do now is ring in the man that is responsible for, I think, harboring and fostering some of their skills and able to push it to the next level. And we're talking about none other than Von Joey Christopher. You gotta ring in him like boxing, you know. He's a super coach we're talking about. Founder and head coach of Soccer Academy.
Good evening, guys. First, let me say thanks to Generation X for affording us this opportunity to come on the show, so the host of people could know about the Soccer Academy and also these two young players, which actually started at Academy. Adrian started at 3.5 years old.
Wow.
And he's still there, and Nafisa at 4.
Wow. So started from
So just like to say thanks again to Ricky Santos and the Calvinia Gen X program for having us here.
That's great, man. That's great. You know what I mean? But don't undermine yourself, no, Joe. You're doing a fantastic job, man. A fantastic job. If any of y'all even witness Soccer Academy players, you know what I mean? They come to Gen X for friendly matches and to our league. They're terrible. In a good way, terrible. I mean, they're bad. It's a fight. It's a fight with Soccer Academy all
Every
the time.
Yep.
When you know Soccer Academy come in, you know you have to strap up tight on your boots. You know what I mean? So the discipline that you have over there and the focus that you bestow on top of these kids, man, it's really a good job.
Thank you. It's not only myself, and I have other good coaches that is in the program, because I can't do everything by myself.
Of course.
I have Coach Irvin, Coach Anik, You know, we have Coach McBurney, he deals with most of the discipline. Same officer.
Officer McBurney?
Yes. And I have Junior, my son. He actually came to the program. He actually played with Jonathan.
Yes. I
And
remember
for
Junior.
a lot of people, you know, I actually coached Jonathan for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why Jonathan a little good. And Coach Anik, she's
And
also
so I
the
called her
national
name.
goalkeeper.
She's national.
National goalkeeping
And the
coach.
captain. She's the captain, the national senior team captain, goalkeeper. And now she's actually coaching in the national program.
National under
along
15
with,
girls.
Along with in the academy.
Yeah.
And I actually started coaching Anik from the age of 4.
Wow.
Since 5 years, back in 5 years days. So you go along.
You find the fountain of youth too, man, Joey, because you're calling these people, you're 13, you say you had them since 4, but you ain't really looking like you're there all this time.
Thank you. It's hard work and, you know, a lot of sleep.
I think we could train the under 19, under 20 still, man.
Easily.
Easy.
And he will pass.
So that's the soccer academy, you know what I mean? As again, there are a lot of other, you know, strong clubs out there in Antigua, and we had soccer academy here because soccer academy is one of the noted academies, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're doing a lot of great work, and we just had to have them on here on our first episode of GN Sports Show because of all the waves that they've been making. And Coach Joey, you can't say enough about him, and he brought his heavy hitters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Koshi and Adra. So, you know, we just keep looking out for greatness coming out of the camp.
Yes, and we still have a few more that is going to be bursting out pretty soon. That is going to be real good. Also, we'll be remiss of me of coming here without shouting out Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky and I have been dialoguing behind the scene. A lot of people don't know, but we do a lot of dialoguing. So, Soccer Academy, Generation X. That's why it's so easy for me to call and say, we need a game, or you need a game, and it's on, because we both are striving for the same goal. It's for the youngsters.
Yeah.
And it comes with the discipline too. You know, the Gen X, very disciplined organization, also is Soccer Academy. Because something is not about the skill. The discipline is very, very important. And according to our motto, victory through hard work and perseverance, so we just got to keep putting in the work.
Yep, I admire that, Joey. I admire that. And as again, you know, we need more camaraderie of that in the athletic world, not only just football, but we need it in the athletic world where one club could mesh with another club and be able to say, listen, can we get a practice match? Can we get a practice league? You know, let's come together and do that, because at the end of the day, the kids need that. The kids need as much practice as possible. And even when they train, it's good, but they like to train against other people.
Yes, of course.
And when you have a good relationship, a lot of teams sometimes don't have relationships because they think that we're all competing.
Yeah.
But as you said, Joey, it's not about competing. It's about camaraderie, because we all are going after one goal, and the mission is the kids.
Yeah.
As I say, it doesn't matter where the first professional comes from. As long as it's out of Antigua, all of us are going to be pro.
All of that's
Yes,
good.
yes.
All of that's
I
good. I
agree.
like that. We're going to head to a break right now, but don't go anywhere, you know, come back. We're going to be here. GNN Sports Show.
And just before we go on our break, again, we would like to thank our 2 players from the Soccer Academy, Nafisa Kwashi and Adra Lewis, and of course, the founder and the head coach of the Soccer Academy, Vaughn Joey Christopher. Thanks again for coming on the show, guys. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Hi guys, welcome back to the GN Sports Show, and I want to say a special thanks again to the Calvin Air Foundation for sponsoring our CAF Player Identification Combine. Now, a lot of people may not know what that means, but the CAF Identification Combine is where Generation Next, in partner with Calvin Air Foundation, we host a combine every year where there are a lot of international coaches and agents that come down to Antigua to scout for new talent. The combine is open to every sports, every age limit in Antigua, and it's also to the Caribbean as well. So even Caribbean islands who think that they want to be a part of this opportunity and come to be seen by these international scouts, these college coaches or these professional team coaches, you know, this is the time to do it. And it's been successful for the past couple of years, and we keep doing it every year. And thanks a lot to the Calvin Air Foundation for allowing us the opportunity to be able to do that. So on behalf of Generation Next and Calvin Air Foundation, the CAF Identification Combine, thank you, Calvin Air, for all that you do. So right now we are here in studio with the myth, the man, the legend, that is Richard Santos, the president, the founder, the curator of GenX Sports Football Club, Generation Next Rebels. He is also the chairman of the St. Anthony's Secondary School. He's also, there's so much you can say about this Richard Santos. I don't even know. There's a whole segment that should just be on Richard Santos. His accolades just keep going. But some of the most notable ones is what we're here now for, which is he's the president of the GNFC Rebels. He's the founder of where we are right now, the GN Sports Show. So yeah, he's my boss. You know, I gotta say nice things. But Richard Santos, thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. It's a pleasure to have you with us and for us to learn more about you and learn more of your pursuits and all the great things that are yet to come through the GNFC.
Well, thanks a lot for having me here, Jason and Jonathan. It's a pleasure to be here. The show is long overdue to be back on air. We had a hiatus for about 5 years now, and thanks to the Calvinia Foundation, we're now going to be back on air permanently. Every week on a Wednesday evening, we'll be airing shows where we'll be hosting particularly the youth in all disciplines of sport, along with their coaches. And of course, we have our own in-house physio, Duran Mead, who is going to be here every week discussing the prevention of injuries, the possibility of curing and healing, and many other things he will be talking about, which I think is a holistic way of helping our kids develop holistically.
Yes.
Well, John, I know you could attest to this and agree with me that you can't rush greatness.
Yeah.
So it took 5 years for them to find two of the best hosts in order to start back this JNFC Sports Show. So I do understand that they had to take this time,
of course,
but don't blame them. They were waiting for this.
They were waiting for
So
us.
now it's here. Sky's the limit. So Richard,
well, one thing if I may just interject, one thing I'm particularly proud of is Jonathan Thorogood here, sitting next to us, hosting this show, is a product of Generation Next Football Club. And we do have within the club a Hall of Fame, and he's also a Hall of Fame player in Generation Next. So, and he also got a partial scholarship to attend York College.
Yeah. All of that. My host is the host of the most.
So he's an accomplished student athlete, to be honest.
What? That is, listen, I tell you, it's greatness. 5 years it takes to get greatness. You know what I mean? And they kind of look like his father and son, you know. I just wanted to throw that out there. They kind of look like father and son. But no, man, no. Jonathan, the accolades just keep going. He's also, listen to this, for the Antiguans and for the internationals watching, he's also an agent. A certified
and
scout.
A scout.
Certified scout and agent. For what? For who?
Fleetwood Town.
For Fleetwood Town. Right? So
yes,
our own Jonathan Thorogood, right here on JN Sports Show, and he can scout you. If your talent is worth it, he can scout you and make sure that you're out there playing for Fleetwood Town and putting some pounds in your pocket.
He's selling himself a little short there. He's a scout, international scout.
An international
scout. So not only
scout.
for Fleetwood, for any club he can scout for.
See? And it's spearheaded Richard Santos.
To Mr. Santos.
So, Ricky, everybody knows you as Ricky.
Yes.
All right. So tell us, Ricky, more about how you came into this becoming, this pivotal sport magnet, this football magnet here in Antigua and Barbuda.
Well, thanks for the kudos, but I will tell you how it all started. It all started for my son. He wanted to be a professional footballer, like many youngsters here in Antigua. Unfortunately, he never fulfilled his dreams, obviously because not all of us can make it professionally. Right. So it started in 2012, in February, and when he was desperate to be scouted. We brought down, the first set of coaches we brought down were from Tottenham Hotspur.
Wow. And
one thing I must say though is that I wrote to all the Premier League clubs, and all saving one, and I wouldn't want to call the one that didn't respond. because Jonathan might get upset. all but one responded positively. I chose Tottenham because Tottenham is my club of choice. And we had a very successful, Jonathan was part of that clinic, as we called it,
Yeah.
coaching clinic. And we had Miles Layton and Ryan Hall that represented Tottenham. They were from the Tottenham's academy. They still are actually Tottenham academy, so we are still in contact. And it was hugely successful.
Yeah.
And we did it jointly with St. Anthony's, the secondary school. After that, a number of parents, because of how it was organized and how it was carried out, approached me to start a football club. I was pretty hesitant in the beginning because I didn't see a vision in that. And so then after being bombarded by several parents consistently, I decided, yes, I was going to start one. So we started it in September of that year. Or it was supposed to be launched in September of that year, actually. And we brought on Bolton Wanderers coaches to launch the club in June. And that was another hugely successful clinic that we had.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my wife, in her great wisdom, decided she was going to send our son to England for schooling. Having done that, I said, okay, well, I'm going to back away from starting the club. But constant bombardment again, I decided, let me go through with it. We started the club with 27 kids. Jonathan, of course, was one of them too. One of the original Generation X players.
Yep.
And then I actually found my passion. Because my sport of choice is actually cricket, not football. But my passion is the kids.
Yeah.
But just to interject a little bit, excuse me, this is a testament to everybody out there. Mr. Santos said he didn't even really thought about it, or this wasn't even on his radar to become a football club owner or anything like that. But there's always this saying, right? Your passion will find you. Your purpose will find you. And this is his purpose. If anybody knows Ricky Santos, this is his purpose. What he's doing right now with football in Antigua, it's his purpose, right? And it wasn't something that was ready on the top of his mind, but it found him, and he wears this thing well.
Well, if I don't want to take up too much of the time here because it's so much to go into, but I'll try and be as brief as possible here again. And the club, as I said, was started in September, officially in September of 2012. After playing in odd tournaments on the weekends, odd friendly matches, I wasn't satisfied with that. So in 2014, we launched the Gomez Netherlands Insurance Youth Football League.
Yeah.
And those sponsors have remained with us from then till now.
Wow.
They have never backed out of anything. And the first year we started with, I think it was 42 teams, not clubs, because we had 5 divisions then. We now have 6 divisions. We had 5 divisions. So I wanted our young budding footballers to have the opportunity to play competitively on a regular basis. And we formulated it on the home and away basis, even though all the matches were played at one location.
Right.
Which became very challenging, to be honest, every Saturday. And it was a lot of tedious work because you were there from 7:30 in the morning. You didn't leave until 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, if that. Of course, and all the infrastructure to set up the league, the back end work and so forth. So that started, and that has continued to date, with the exception, of course, with COVID. And then we couldn't complete the league that year.
Right.
And then we also started the youth futsal league, and we had 2 years of that, which we were very grateful that the Volleyball Association had loaned us their place, because I did not want our kids playing in concrete.
Right.
Because even though in the futsal you're not supposed to slide tackle, the kids are still going to do it.
No, of course, yeah.
And I didn't want any injuries to occur there. Unfortunately, we had to stop that. So we ran it for 3 years, I think it was. In the same 2014, we started that also, because I think that's another discipline of football itself that helps develop the skills in particular.
Yeah.
Because it's a small-sided area and 5-a-side.
Mm-hmm.
So you would notice in that some of the less talented players, when they're finished with the futsal and they come on the regular big field, they play a lot better.
Yeah.
Because they have to be included.
Because it's more of a
Yes.
high impact
Exactly.
game.
So we did that, and I'm hoping to start that back again in this season. I'm trying to work with the Volleyball Association to see when we can use it, but that's the only facility that I think is suitable for the futsal league.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we did that. And at Generation Next, we always, and I can't take all the credit, to be honest, because without the coaches, particularly like our head coach at the time, which was Desmond Zico Bleu, he was very instrumental in working alongside with me because he's more football savvy than I am. So I have to rely on a lot of his, like now we rely a lot on Nabu and Coach Sauer, George Dublin, Nabu Vincent Samuel. So I rely a lot with them to advise on the football side of it. I basically deal with the administration. So it's not all about Ricky Santos. It's a team effort. So I just want to give them kudos also.
Yeah.
Well, we know about Blow, because Jonathan and I are his predecessors.
Of course.
he was one of the stalwarts of the GN Sports Show
Yeah.
with yourself.
Yes.
And, so now we are now taking the reins from you and from
Zico.
Blow. And I hope, Zico, when you see this, you know what I mean, you think we're doing a good job in taking the baton and going further with it. But what really amazes me, and I'm sure John and a lot of people who know can attest to this about Generation Next, is every year, kids get an opportunity to experience what football is like in the UK. Now, some of you might be listening to this and think, this is a huge deal coming from a Caribbean island, a small Caribbean island like this, Antigua and Barbuda. Yeah. But to have kids who never thought that they would go anywhere with football, not even Barbuda and they live in Antigua but to go to a country that all the people that they love and revered play and come from, this is a huge, huge deal. And Generation Next has been providing them to be able to do that every single year. And I think that's miraculous. It shows so much that the kids are so, psyched up about it and motivated. When they come back, they talk about it. And the other kids who are here, they want to become better and better so that they can get the opportunity to
get to that next level.
So that is something miraculous you do, Ricky.
Well, how that actually, that's everything that we've done in Generation X stems out of something that we've done before. So, for instance, after starting the two leagues that I alluded to earlier, we decided we're going to take the tempo up a bit, and we decided we're going to do the player identification combine. In the first year, which was in 2018, we partnered with Calvin Air Foundation, and we targeted the U.S. colleges and universities. Just bear with me here. We've so far had relationships, and we've had players attend Holy Cross University, William Penn University, St. Mary's University, University of DC, soon to be University of North Carolina, Southeastern College, Community College, and there are a couple other more that I don't recall, to be quite frank. And their player identification, just for purposes of the audience out there, 90% of the players that have attended partial scholarships at these colleges and universities are not from Generation Next.
Wow.
So it's an open invitation to all the players throughout the scope of Antigua.
Yeah.
And we've also had players over the years come from St. Kitts, Dominica, Montserrat. We even had a player last year that came from North Carolina.
Yes.
Just to attend this combine. So it's been growing every year.
Yeah.
So no one could say out there that Generation Next only look after Generation Next.
Yeah.
No, because you bring in, you allow other people from different countries, different schools, different clubs to also share in this experience that you have curated from inception till now.
Yeah.
Which is, listen, it's a feat, man, and you trademark it.
And I don't think a lot of people realize how much work it is in the back end to get these kind of partnerships, especially coming from a small island like Antigua, to get these partnerships with universities and colleges in the US and the UK. It's a lot of work that is done in the back end, and we have to thank Mr. Santos for that, because without him, none of this would be possible.
Yeah.
And then in 2019, we decided we're going to not only target the US, we're going to target the UK, because England, everybody knows, is the home of football.
Right.
Everybody wants to play and play professionally in England, and to a lesser degree, but not much lesser, in Europe. So everybody wants to play there. and obviously because of the popularity of
Yeah.
the Premier League. We have established and we have brought down coaches from the UK schools, and we're talking about from high schools right up to university. Hartbury College and University, Brookhouse College, Bede School, Ackwood School, Millfield School, Bethany School, Trinity School, Beechwood School, Ripton School, Staffordshire University,
Wow.
to name a few. And we have official partnerships and or relationships with every single school they call out there.
That's amazing. That's
amazing.
amazing.
And we also have relationships with a number of professional clubs in the UK, to include, and I'm going from memory here, so I'm going to probably miss out on a few, Stoke City,
Yeah.
Tottenham Hotspur,
Yeah, big names.
Bolton Wanderers, Mansfield Town, Fleetwood Town,
Burton Albion.
Burton Albion, Portsmouth,
Portsmouth, yeah.
Kettering Town, and Reading Football Club. Actually, Reading Football Club, the assistant manager of Reading Football Academy, is also, or was also the manager for Generation Next Football Club in the UK, which is, we've just suspended it this year for a hiatus of a year. Financial reasons is one of them, because it's very costly to operate the clubs up there, but we operated it for 3 years at Generation Next. And I'm proud to say it's the first Caribbean-based club that was in the English Premier League, in the English pyramid system.
Wow.
Well, I guess a lot of our viewers may not know that. Even our Antigua viewers may not know that you look at this club, Generation Next in Antigua, and you send your little kids. But Generation Next also had a Generation Next in England.
Yep.
And
Right.
and managed by the assistant manager of Reading Football Club, which is a big club.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Generation Next
As
is
a matter
not...
of fact, I don't mean to cut you. As a matter of fact, our national coach, Michael Ledgerwood, works at Reading under Antoine Thompson, who was the manager for Generation Next.
Can you believe that?
So just to show the kind of pull the Generation Next has in the UK, we are well respected up there. That's why we have all these affiliations with professional, semi-professional clubs, a lot of schools. So no, we are doing well, and the passion is to get these kids the opportunities, and show them there are pathways. I honestly think also by doing that, we can curb on the youth delinquencies and the violence that is presently, unfortunately, taking place with the youngsters here in Antigua.
Yeah.
I think if we give them a sense of purpose, a sense of direction, discipline, and show them that there are actual pathways, I honestly believe that this can help curb a lot of the problems that we're having.
I think, personally, Generation Next has opened up, a basket of opportunities, a floodgate, if you may, of opportunities. Because just as you said there, you've hit it on the head. And, I want you viewers to really think about this. Kids nowadays, young kids, teenagers, they're really, really being let loose because parents, I think, we are working harder just to provide, so we have less time to parent, and then our kids are going astray. And especially in the Caribbean islands, a lot of Europeans and American clubs, they source players from the Caribbean, right? And our Caribbean youth are really, really good where athletes are concerned. Football, basketball, cricket, everything.
Yeah.
They're talented.
And so to be able to not get an opportunity to see this talent because they're busy going around the streets and doing whatever, it's really bad. So having now this ability to come to a club that exposes you to that plethora of schools. I can't even recall all the schools that Generation Next is affiliated with. And you being able to have eyes being set upon you from all these professional schools that could actually take you from where you are in your humble belongings and take you internationally and make you be the the change in your family.
Yeah.
Make you be the Ronaldo change or the Messi change or the Mbappe change, where you could now, financially be the person that take your kids out there.
Yeah.
And Generation Next gives you this opportunity to be affiliated.
You see, well, also it has to do with a lot of who you're affiliating yourself with,
Yeah.
and who you're partnering with. A lot of it, like for instance, the Calvin Air Foundation, we've partnered with them. They're a big asset to what we're doing. You look at the Prime Minister's Scholarship Fund. We have a good relationship with them. We are yet to have one rejection of anyone that got a partial scholarship to accessing that. And we have a very good relationship with them. And we give the Prime Minister's Scholarship Fund and all its board members all the kudos for assisting our youngsters.
Yeah.
And to take it a step further, we're now in the process of starting up the GN Foundation in the UK,
Wow.
where we can target people with disposable income that can fund it and that can further assist our youngsters. Now the foundation is not yet formally official because it has to be authorized and passed by the charity foundation in the UK.
But the groundwork is being done.
The lawyer, we have submitted all of the necessary paperwork, so it's in the process. It should be in operation fully by April next year.
Okay.
Jonathan actually is a trustee in the foundation.
Also, Jonathan could be on that list. I didn't know my co-host could be on the list of these disposable income people. But I know my name can't be on that
No,
list.
he's a trustee. And what I wanted to allude to here was that I'm proud of the fact that the foundation is not officially set up,
And people are
but
interested.
4 kids have benefited.
Have already benefited,
Already.
yes. Yeah.
Because we got donations in the amount of £20,000
Wow.
already.
20,000
And that
pounds.
money has already been dispersed to the institutions that these 4 kids are attending.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. And it hasn't even started yet.
And it
so
hasn't-
so we have these benefactors who are so, they believe so much in Generation Next that
Well, I think they do, but I also have to big up our High Commissioner in the UK. She has worked very closely with me on that. And the Governor General and his wife. And the Governor General and his wife had put me onto this lawyer that they work with to help speed up the process of getting the foundation up and running.
But without a doubt, it has everything to do with your professionalism, your tenacity, your integrity, all of these things for these names that you have called to be willing to work with you and to trust in you, these names, right?
Yes.
Because everything that you have brought to the table and have created in Generation Next, that has led you to be where you are. Which, John, we forget one accolade. This man is also a red passport holder, He is the ambassador of sport and tourism.
No, sports tourism.
Sports
tourism.
tourism.
You know what I mean? Sport tourism, an ambassador, and by right. You know what I mean? For the things that you've labeled all till now. If you weren't, I think we should have get a petition going to get him to be the ambassador. But you're there already, so we have to try to get you to do something else.
Well, I would like to think that the credibility of Generation X is what propels everything, because you'll be shocked, when you're meeting with people in senior positions in club, like chairmen of the club. I know the chairman of the club for Fleetwood.
Wow.
I know the chairman of the club for Burton Albion, and a number of others, Kettering. I sit down and I meet with them. The credibility is because of what we've accomplished, and they can see it. We have a track record.
Yeah.
So it's not to say you just come in and just willy-nilly like that. We have a track record.
Yeah.
I go to Hartbury, for instance. We'll pick one of the schools. I go to Hartbury. I'm welcomed there with open arms. I walk the campus freely, with or without the person.
Yep.
Which is
and
unheard
Harvard is
of.
a very desired college
It is.
for youths leaving, wanting to leave or dreaming of leaving an island to go abroad and play
Yeah.
football. It's a very good stepping stone for them,
Yeah.
Harbury College.
And all of these schools I mentioned, barring 3, we have kids attending.
Wow.
Wow.
And that's a long
And
list.
all of it,
Yeah.
and all of it on partial scholarships.
That's
So with the
amazing.
foundation that we're hoping will be up by mid-April, plus the Prime Minister's Scholarship Fund, they'll be getting significant, plus the scholarship awardees.
So Ricky, let me ask you something. You could get some scholarship for 2 old hosts? over in one of these English schools. We could go and do hosting over there as well, you know.
Well, Jonathan maybe, but I'm not sure about the geriatric one sitting to the left.
You tried it in my heart there, boy. You tried it in my heart. Then I'll do the old home, the old home table soccer. I will do host for that. But
Yeah.
no, man, it's you know, you could go on and on and on and on about what you're doing here in Generation Next, because it soothes you. Everything you say, it just keeps soothing you, and you want to hear more and want to hear more, and it never fails. You have more and more information to talk about.
Yes,
Of course.
and you see, like I alluded to before, our sponsors and our benefactors have stuck with us.
Yeah.
That enables us to accomplish all of what we are doing now.
Yeah.
So without them, and without the support of our coaches in the club, without the support of Jonathan, for instance, now as the assistant administrative person in Generation X, I can't do everything on my own.
My friend.
So Jonathan actually is the, I'm getting up there in age. Jonathan is actually the future of the
No,
club.
man, you're good. You don't look a day older than 200. I'm just kidding. No, man, but you listen. For what you've been doing, Ricky, you know what I mean. You deserve a vacation more than a vacation.
Of course.
But knowing you all this while, I know that working hard is like vacation for you because it's something you love to do.
It
Yes.
is. It's not
You know what
work.
I mean?
It's not
And
work.
what do you always say? You do something you love and you never work a day in your
You
life.
never
Yeah.
work a day in your life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so
It
I
is
guess
something
that's
that I
true.
enjoy. And it's not, as I said, it's not necessarily sport, it's the youngsters.
Yeah.
So, you know what, let's touch on how your affiliation with St. Anthony Secondary, because I know you're the chairman
Yes.
of the board of St. Anthony Secondary.
Okay, well, once again, that started with a vision. The vision was from Joanne Bolos-Callias. She had a vision of starting her own school many years ago. And I jumped on board when she threw the idea to me, and with her husband Didier. When she threw the idea to me, I jumped on board. I said, I was one of the first parents, and what we did there to start the school is we had, I think it was 25 or 26 parents that donated when that donated, they paid the school fees for 5 years for their
Wow.
kids.
Wow.
And that's how the schools started.
Another list my name can't go on. Jeez, and I don't know.
Yeah, so she started it, and then we had a few people that come. Then we had formed a committee. Somehow or the other, I was elected chairman. That was in 2007 or 2006. Since then, I've still been fortunate enough to retain that position.
Yeah.
My son left in 2012, as I said, to go. He was in his third year. I didn't want to take back the money that I already given for his 5 years, so I donated. I don't even know who got the scholarship. I donated the scholarship, and I told Mrs. Callias, I said, you select who is deserving of it. I don't want to know who the kid is, and I don't want them to know who it's coming from. So for the last 2 years of my 2 or 3 years, I can't remember now, that was donated to the scholarship for some kid that attended St. Anthony's.
Okay. And I realize that St. Anthony's is a very desired school to go to for kids who are interested in sports.
Right.
Because it has a well-rounded,
Sports program.
and education program.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's well-rounded. So, and having it feel right there and stuff like that. So a lot of people, are interested. They like to go to St. Anthony's.
And like Generation X, St. Anthony's has grown every year.
Right.
We now have a tertiary department there.
Yeah.
Really a beautiful addition to what we have there, not only in terms of having the tertiary, but the building itself. And now we just opened a cafeteria, and the cafeteria will give Sandals a run for the money. It is such a beautiful, and you have to give kudos to Didier Callias, because he's very instrumental in what is accomplished there. And I was shocked when I saw the finished product, to be quite frank.
Well, I'm in awe, you know what I mean? The school, I was thrown a lot of different schools when my daughter was looking to leave 6th grade, and I've looked, I've listened, and SAS was the only place that made sense in my mind. You know what I mean? And this was, I would assume, just last month, but it's now 3 years. She's in 3rd form. You know what I mean?
It's a wonderful institution. It's not two ways about it.
Yeah. And as you say, it grows every year.
Yeah.
I am an alumni of St. Anthony Secondary School. I went there 15 years ago. I've graduated now, and now being a part of Generation X and being going to St. Anthony's and coaching and being there, you can see the difference that the school has made since I was there. It's actually, it's grown over the years. They've improved a lot. Yeah.
So what is the next step?
Excuse me.
I'm kind of afraid to ask, Mr. Santos, what's the next step, because there were so many steps leading up to here. So I don't know. He might have to. I'm supposed to ask what's the next elevator movement.
Okay, well,
it's been growing
well,
fast.
not,
What's
not
the next
to,
step for
well, not to take,
Generation X?
well, not to take up too much more of the time, because I think my segment has been overextended. I'll just say we started 2 years ago, where we sent kids. You mentioned it earlier, where we sent kids to Brookhouse College. All we had to do was to find the airfare and get them up there. They would be transported to and from the airport by Brookhouse, accommodated and fed, so meals and accommodation included at the school's expense, not ours.
Yeah.
We sent up in the first year four young football students. The second year we sent up 6, along with a coach. It's very important that we send the coach too, because then the coach can see what the school is looking for. So when he comes down, he can prepare them better for the following year.
Right.
And so the first year we sent up 4. The second year we sent up 6. Now with the Parents Association that you jumped on board and started as part of Generation Next, has raised some funds, and we're going to tap into those funds to send up some more kids.
Yeah.
So we already have funding for 4 and possibly 8, and with you we might get up to 10 or 12.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
we're hoping to get at least 20 kids, because all the schools, barring one, that's on that list that I just called, want to be part of it. As we say here, they don't want to be left out of the dance. So all is barring one, all the schools here are willing to do the same thing the Brookhouse started.
Yeah. I think one of our upcoming shows we would shed some light on the CGPGA, because the reason why I founded it is because I thought it would be a very integral part of growth for the club, and I think for any club. I think it's just like schools having a PTA, but it's not really a PTA, but it's a parent group association where we get the parents involved, which I think brings not only the fundraising aspect of it, but if we get the parents involved, it will bring that blend with the parent and the child, get them more involved, and let the parents share the experience, because kids respond more to having to, when they score a goal and they look around, they want to see their parents, they want to see you. So it's not all great that you just you pay a fee and you send them to do something. Kids need to see their parents in the audience. That motivates them and that pushes them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They need the support.
That's why I'm saying is that with your assistance, we'll be able to send more kids up there.
Yeah.
And I have to just end off with just one thing, with the Advanced Academy. Kids from the Advanced Academy will be offered the same opportunity to go up to those schools. But I do have conditions set for that. They have to. It's no negotiation that they have to attend the SAT classes, and they have to come to practice on a regular basis, unless they have a serious excuse.
You're right.
But it's compulsory. If they don't attend the SAT classes, they will not qualify for the trip.
Well, listen, I'm sorry to interject, Johnny, but I heard a wise man told me before. A wise man told me, nobody is going to do what they need to do if they don't have skin in the game.
Yeah.
I can't remember who's the wise man.
The SAT.
Is a short kind of man sitting on across from me. But he told me that before, nobody is going to do as much as they could do or put in the effort as they could if they don't have skin in the game, which means if they don't have a vested interest, they're not going to do it. So I guess for those kids in the Advanced Academy, this is part of the process. This is part of the discipline of the process of being able to experience this overseas thing. And all you have to do is go to school, go to these classes, which is free.
Which is free, exactly.
And there's no judgment. You know what I mean? It's individual. It's a private tutor.
Yes, you have a private.
So you could get that individual.
Yes.
That individual time if you're short of something, you don't understand, you can get that individual tutorship with that
Yeah.
tutor.
And it's
So there's
very
a reason.
it's very important for the scholarship aspect.
Yeah.
Because if you have a good SAT score, it's
Yep, it's easier. The transition is going to be much easier.
Anyway, I would just like to thank you guys for having me here. And
No, thank you, Mr. Santos, for
you for having us here, so that we can have you here. So we want to just thank, on behalf of my co-host John and I, we want to thank Mr. Santos for the opportunities, not just for us, but the opportunities for the
young
kids
ones, yeah.
who have been there, who are here, and who are yet to join Generation Next and experience everything that Generation Next has been, opening up for the futures of the young kids and young professionals. So again, Mr. Santos, thank you so much, and I know we're going to definitely see you over and over and over again.
For sure.
All right?
Thank you, Mr. Santos.
Thanks.
During our break, we would just like to thank the sponsors of the Gomez Netherlands Insurance Youth Football League, Kenneth A. Gomez Insurance Agency, Netherlands Insurance, Nestle Milo, and AS Brydens and Sons.
And welcome back again. Here we have, this is very exciting because there's a lot of times we look at stuff where sport is concerned and we don't think about the background people in sports. We look at the athletes and all the great things they do, but we don't know who take care of these athletes. And today we're going to meet someone who takes care of these athletes. The physio, that's the Bizio, Duran Mead. Duran, welcome again.
Welcome, Duran.
To
Thank
the
you.
show. So we just, we never asked him this the last time. We say, who's Duran Mead?
Give us a brief introduction
Who are you? What,
on Duran.
Let the people know who Duran Mead is, what you're about, what your hopes are of to push forward. You know what I mean? Who are you?
Well, Duran Mead is just a career-driven person, mostly. I always want to keep busy.
Yeah.
So I always want to learn something new. So I'm always after going to do something, not just staying home, not doing anything. So that's why you see I'm a physiotherapist, supplement owner, football coach, track and field coach. So I do everything, well, especially just for the kids as well too.
Yeah.
So everything pertaining to children and bringing them up to the next level. That's what I do.
They call it jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades.
But as they said, a jack of all trades and a master of none is better than being a jack of all trades and a master of one. So it's better that you're good at all these different things. And what I like about it is it's all within a circle. Everything touches on the other thing. So it's not like you're doing something that's here and then something is over here. Your coaching, your physio, your supplements, all
Everything
relates
ties into one,
and
yeah.
all ties into one single thing. So tell us about the physio. As a physio, what do you do? What are you responsible for as a physio?
Well, as a physio, you're basically responsible for, well, at the beginning, try to prevent kids from getting injury, or when they get injured, how to take care of them,
Right.
and then educate them on how to take care of themselves.
Right.
That's very important.
And I don't think a lot of people realize how important it is for the prevention of injuries when it comes to sports. Obviously, as a physio, you will understand the severity of needing to have a proper warm-up, a proper cool-down, obviously after these certain sessions, And going into what we were supposed to speak about today, you was going to talk about how to prevent some of these injuries in sports.
Yes, this is a very good topic, because I think that us as coaches, we take this lightly, and it's very, 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 very important. We need to make sure the kids are properly warm. That's the first and most important. Properly warm up, because most times we are not properly warm, or we're not properly stretched, or even down to their flexibility.
Yeah.
Because like when you watch those athletes on the TV and you see they jump for ball and they stretch their legs, you may want to do that. But then it's years or maybe months of them training their body to do those kind of things. So that's very important. That's why most times you might get groin injury, you might pull a muscle, because when you're playing a game, you put your body over the limit that it never has been. So you have to make sure that you train that before you can want to do it.
Yeah.
That's most times we get injured, and then it still comes down to how we sleep. That's very important. You have to sleep. You can't have the kids up.
Recuperate.
You have to get the rest.
Recuperate.
Yeah.
But what you're saying there, you know, a lot of us, I know, we think of physio as when you get hurt, the guy runs onto the field, the girl runs onto the field, and they check you and they make sure that you're fine. And to be honest, I used to think the same way too, but as Duran just alluded, you know, a physio is not about just, you know, fixing the damage that comes with the sport, but also helping you to mentally understand how to avoid the damage that comes with the sport. And what you said there was very important too, is stretching. A lot of us, we don't, because we think, we're good, we're young.
Yeah.
I'm young, I can jump on the field and I can just go play. And you can't just go play.
Right.
Because we're all human. So you need that blood to flow in the right way. You need it to flow to the right muscle.
Correct.
Because you're gonna play football, so that means you need the blood to be flowing properly in your foot, your legs, your hamstrings, and everything like that. So stretching and stuff like that is very, very important. And I guess that is what you have to make sure that, you know, these players, and they understand that this is also what makes you or what breaks you as a professional or the best athlete that you could be, right?
Yeah. Very much.
And because I know all of us here probably know somebody who was about to get to that professional level and obviously has not made it because of maybe a related injury that has come up because of not, you know, doing what they're supposed to do. Yeah, you know.
So who have you been physio? Who have you been physio to? Like you're a physio. So who have you been the physio? Which clubs or teams you have been the physio of?
Well, I used to be with Brydens FC. That's a Premier League team in Antigua and Barbuda. Then I was recently with the CB Farm Football Club before I was appointed the head coach.
Wow.
So
okay.
Up in the ranks.
Yeah. So that's it. But then most importantly, we have to get down to the real matter of the facts here.
But you did some physio stuff with Cutting Edge.
Oh yes.
As well, right?
yes.
You know what I mean?
I did
selling
so much.
himself short, guys.
Yeah.
His repertoire big, you know, but he's just forgetting
too many
so
jobs.
So much in the
jobs.
yeah, so much in the breeze. Yeah.
And then also
can't remember.
at Gen X, we depend on Duran.
Of course.
If anything happens.
Yeah. As our under-7 coach and the physio for Gen X.
And the physio for Gen X in entirety.
Yeah.
But no, man, it's a big job, and you know, for what I've seen so far, you've been handling it well. You've been wearing that jacket really, really, really well. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I applaud you for that. And I applaud you for being someone who, you know, is just evolutionary, not just revolutionary. You evolve all the time. From the beginning of me knowing you to now, you have grown.
Yes.
So much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're young. You know what I mean? You're not like thinking that I have my whole life ahead of me. That's what a lot of young people think. You have your whole life ahead of you.
Yeah.
You know, so I could wait and I can do this. But, you know, you're saying like, no, while I have my youth is when I have to grind.
Yes.
Yep.
So that by the time the youth is kind of walking away, I could be seasoned and things could really start, you know, doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
So I admire that about you, Duran.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your passion and your drive is you know, you need it. You need it to get to that next level.
Yes, thank you.
So, Duran, just give us a little rundown. Obviously, you know, going into sports, we also have to worry about our diet. Can you give us just like an example of what a footballer should be eating?
Well, that's a very good question, because I don't want to say around here, but the Caribbean on the whole, we tend to not care about what we eat. And that's very important in playing sports on a general, not just football.
Yeah.
Because you can't just finish practice and want to eat a juicy burger or a pizza. That as well can even make you get injured.
Yeah.
And
But
you
we
know,
care about that food. It's just a bad food to eat. You know what I mean? But
so we have to still be mind conscious, because even though you didn't get an injury on the field, that can still hamper something later down, because you didn't refuel your body, so your body can do what it needs to do to repair itself. So you have to eat more mindful food, like mostly fruits, especially banana. That's a very important fruit you need to eat, banana.
that potassium.
That helps.
But do you, in the coaching that you do, or maybe the physio, I don't know if you have a lot of time around the players during the physio aspect of it, because I know the coaches might be more doing all the talking and stuff like that. But do you also try to educate them? Then, like, even educate the coaches, like, hey, you know, you gotta tell these guys, you know, you have to eat properly, you know what I mean? I saw one come in today and he had a wings and fries walking towards the mat. You know what I mean? Do you try to engage the coaches to say, well, we need to get these kids to start eating healthier so that they could really maximize on their full potential?
Yeah.
Yes, I've tried to, but I think that the problem is we have to not talk to the kids, but to the parents.
Yeah.
That's the most important, because they might just listen and say, yeah, I understand, and then you go home, your mother made you this wonderful meal, you know. So I think that we need to educate the parents mostly, and then you can start from home, and then we just fine tune it when they come around to us.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it all has to deal with the discipline.
Yeah.
You have to be disciplined when you're in the sport.
And as you say, you know, I keep saying it over and over in a lot of aspects of life. Parents. It's very important for you to play a very integral part in your child's life, whether it's sports, education, or whatnot. Because the kids are not going to have, not a lot of kids, have the ability to be self-motivated and self-disciplined. So as parents, I'm a father of 3, you know, you have to actually be there and be in the lives of the child and make sure, listen, you need to eat this kind of way. You know what I mean? And it's not easy, let me get you right off the fact, because as we all know, eating healthier is more expensive than eating reckless.
Yep. Yeah.
A small bowl of salad might be $15 and a wings and fries might be $5. So, you know, but we have to make the choice. And it, you know, it's a saying that always goes, if you know better, do better. So parents, we need to get involved in our kids' lives, and let's listen to Duran, make sure the nutrition is there, make sure the exercise and the stretching and warm-up is there, so that we could just maximize the best out of them, you know?
Yeah.
So Duran, thank you so much.
Thank you, Duran, for coming in.
Thank you.
It's the second time, but
Yes.
it's always a pleasure. We will see you more.
I think he's supposed to be every week. He's supposed to come on and speak about.
So, an honorary
honorary member, yeah.
honorary member host around every single week. You'll hear a lot of what you need to do for your body while being an athlete, or even just for existing. You know what I mean? Duran, there's a lot of things I know that he also involved in. You're gonna get to know the next time we see him. So Duran, thanks a lot.
Duran.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much for being a part of the GN Sports Show. We're so happy to be here to start back. And we're excited about everything. And let me tell you something. Go up on our YouTube channels, hit subscribe. And let me tell you, if there's anything that you want to see, if there's anything, any topic you want to find out about, any different sport or anything that you think that we can air or we can learn about and bring it to you so that you could learn more about, please send us some information, send us what you would like us to do and stuff like that. Let's look at it, let's bring it to you, because that's what we're here for.
Don't be
Bring
afraid.
it to you.
Yeah,
don't be afraid, we're not afraid. GN Sports Show.
GN Sports Show. Interviews, insights, dreams taking flight. We show them how to handle the spotlight, preparing them for the journey ahead, building confidence, the words left unsaid. From the grassroots to the national scene, young athletes chasing every dream. In every game there's a story to tell. GN Sports Show, we know them well. GN Sports, where the youth lead the way. Champions of tomorrow making waves today. From ages 5 and up we help them grow. It's their time to shine on the GN Sports Show. Show interviews where the youth lead the way. Champions of tomorrow making waves today. From ages 5 and up we help them grow. It's their time to shine on the GN Sports Show. GN Sports, where the youth lead the way. Champions of tomorrow making waves today. From ages 5 and up we help them grow. It's their time to shine on the GN Sports Show.